Today is 13 June 2023. Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets that got the title, the NBA, the season. I didn't have any game, only the finals. I had a couple of games because we are doing a lot of things. But the thing I liked most was the trophy because it's very similar to that Japanese fish, and it's a symbol of progress and prosperity, and was claimed by some political leaders that America would be the most prosperous nation, and we will believe this. In the way is possible and always is strictly legal, because as you could observe down here, if you do something illegal and became profitable indeed, you postpone your loss. And when the moment come to claim the illegal result, of course that everything you stored will be equally claimed. So the disgrace is set little by little every day during many years. If you consider the prosperity at this way, I'm here to block. Not because I like you, but because it's necessary. Then we will consider our model here. That is the construction and how to raise a system using a diagram with 4 quadrants and a triple notation as function, with the variable, the function, and the estimative. Help ourselves to get this and understand how things got switched and how things are switching back to the status quo ante. We will have something quite simple here, and we will raise something here. I will check that the human resource is always something that I must take care, especially if I put inside my organization. We will observe that in general each quadrant here is and having the linear perception, because if we put this in a second degree or a third degree as exponential or triple exponential thing, we will have the density and we will get this kind of the Monte Carlo model. But our mind is limited. So we will check that my organization, as each matrix that I have is in general divided as hierarchical level as columns, and each column has a workflow, and this gives me the idea as matrix. If I can, and we are working with the comparative measurement as Fibonacci and the pattern as fractals, we could get that if you had the obsession to perpetrate crimes by control instrument and transfer the guiltiness and the consequence to others in an unfair way, doing all things illegal over than 10 years, of course that if I could get this as a humble and simple human being, as an individual, of course that all institutions must have this. You will fail, for instance, the main element at the architecture of my operational system. And if you can control things or obtain advantage by this, like for instance the Android, and you had the interference at the operational system and hacking the Google board as the G board, and will collect all things I type. In the same way you do this at your organization, putting an empty ball here as the hierarchical level. For instance, the CEO of your company or the chair number one of United States. In a context of corruption, considering that this is a global governance, instead have noticed and reported as a crime covered by fake records during more than 10 years. We will understand that this model is pretty accurate in the things that you are supposed to do. The sequence going here can be a sequence of failure like this. And I will check that the next failure will be the level below my feet. The level below my feet, and I created a determinant here based on failure, dividing my matrix or my company. For instance, at the stimulation of illicit gains, or the political issues or the sexism issues that shouldn't be allowed or tolerated inside a company or a global corporation, because it's not the purpose of this. We set, for instance, the nightlife to you spend your time talking crap. A business on business, only business. We check that after you have this kind of thing here, indeed, will set an instability inside. And if I can use my imagination for a while, I will check that this area here that we will highlight will kind of have a movement, and will be according with the determinant here, and this space will be empty. The logical of power as the architecture of power is quite clear that the power is like a beautiful woman, wouldn't be alone for a long time. Someone will occupy this, and then you had the inference based on facts we had that the investors can put things inside your company, and the company will be divided in the near future into new business or different business happened before the Unisys. After we got this, we will understand that this failure here that sets the instability and the division, transferring the big piece of my company to something have this empty space that in general is filled by things or with origination at my tolerance we fail, will be here and will be something like this. Quite simple to get the point. We had this from the interference at our operational system. Considering the sports arena, I will have in mind something equally quite clear, that I have a lot of sports with ranking and hierarchy as preference or prestige, and the championships that I have, or the context, the challenges that I have, and I will get that in general the criminal system is formed by pretty much the same notations all the time, acting in different areas as a variety of crimes with a variance of scams and scums, and they will do the interference, for instance, at the NBA, at the NFL, at the golf, and the soccer, which is the last thing you had in the United States, having the division of things, setting a space here. We will have an event on United States that probably will be, and indeed is having the organization as a conglomerate. In Japan, we have two types, the Zaibatsu and the Keiretsu. The difference is based on how the tradition is treated. And, it's somewhat how you will act. I don't know, you take a look at the US preamble when you talk about the stability and the mass tranquility. That down here you have none, and I'm not American. So, which is your excuse? Great nation. See, I'm your best friend. Have a nice week.